Okay, so it's been a minute since I've been able to get on here and make a really good video for you guys. I want to say it's been like maybe 2 weeks. I'm trying to upload a video every week, but like I told you guys, I've been kind of busy, have some stuff going on. It's been crazy. Life is catching up. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like every time I sit down to record, anything and everything that can interrupt my recording absolutely happens. And I'm so exhausted from that. I'm so tired of it. So I'm going to jump in super quick. This video is going to be really fast because I'm telling you something else is gonna come along. It just is. Okay, so we jumped into Etsy last time. I sell all my products on Etsy and I do use Shopify, as you guys have known, but I stopped using Shopify for a minute and I told you guys as to why in my last video. So today I'm just going to show you guys one of the things that I sell in my Etsy shops that makes me quite a bit of money, and I also do them at craft fairs here where I live. Now keep in mind that you will want to check out your state laws for your craft fairs and things like that. I live in Idaho. Mine is even different than where my mom lives in Utah. But let's talk about what I make in my Etsy store. One of the many things. You guys do know that I do handmade stationery, but along of the things that I also do is I do make these phone charms. I am going to show you guys a how-to video on how I make these, exactly how these phone charms get made. And I will even link down below kind of where I get my beads for most of my stuff. So this is one of my phone charms. You can see right here, this is the clasp that I use. This piece right here is the plastic piece. It goes inside your phone case, this part. Can you see that? And then this part comes out the bottom of your phone case. And then this is where you're going to connect that right here, this phone charm. This is going to go around your wrist and then you're able to catch your phone. Lots of teenagers and things like that really like these, but I myself and a lot of my friends even like these because they're perfect. They're super cute accessory to your phone. You can even use them on your bags, but I do also do bag charms, which are completely different, which I have already done a how-to on those, but I'm going to do an updated video shortly on those. But these phone charms are one of the things that sell best in my shop. You need to find a product that you love making, whether it's sewing or if it's yarn or if it's phone charms and beading or if it's making earrings, something that you enjoy crafting and hand making, and really put that on your Etsy shop. With me, I also hand draw stationery, make stationery, print it out, cut it out, and mail it out. I do that with stickers too. Find something that you love making and that you craft. Now, here's the deal. Yes, we have talked about print on demand, and we're just going to leave that over here for right now because right now we are talking about handcrafted things. A lot of stores right now, or shops, I should say, on Etsy are kind of getting in trouble because they are buying things and then trying to almost use it as a resale platform. That's not what this platform is for. If you want to do reselling, you're going to want to jump over to Whatnot or Vinted or eBay, one of those. Don't do it on Etsy. You will get your shop closed down immediately. But find something that you love, something that you can really concentrate on. Now, when I tell you to do this, please keep in mind, this isn't going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a month. It's not even going to happen, well, in 3. If we're being realistic. Can it? Yes. But realistic, I need you guys to really understand that you need to find something that you really want to do, and then look up what that demand is. So for me, when it comes to phone charms, I could make, like this one is mine for my phone. I love pink and black and bows, and that's exactly why it's made this way. However, that may not be what's on demand as far as Etsy goes. So make sure that you are doing your research, whether you're using the tools that I've went over before. I just found a new tool. Oh, and I cannot remember the name of it right now that I've kind of looked at, and I'm going to be kind of getting into it a little bit more and researching on it more before I tell you guys like my actual thoughts on it, but it seems to be a really good one. But doing research on Etsy for your products and what's selling is going to be 100% how you're going to make the best money with Etsy, okay? It's going to take some time, but you also, like I've told you before, use your save and share button, get it out on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, all the places that you could ever put any of these listings, you're going to want to do. Okay. Now, some of you guys asked me when it comes to my stationery stuff, what exactly do I sell with my stationery? The Sweet Serenity Co. on Etsy is my shop. If you guys want to check it out, you are more than welcome to. But I do daily journals, notepads, stickers, and bookmarks. And then I do magnetic bookmarks. I don't know what it is. A lot of people on Etsy do really good with just regular bookmarks. But for some reason, that is my least selling product. But because I do stationery, I haven't decided to kind of weed those out yet because they are a part of stationery. But because it is my least popular item within my store, it may be something that I leave off the table later on. If you start to feel overwhelmed and you're exhausted and you're tired and you just don't know what to do because you're trying too many things at once, you need to slowly sit back and kind of think about what is it that is important to you, what do you enjoy making, but also what is in demand. If it's not in demand and you've noticed after 3 months it's not really selling on your shop, maybe get rid of it and just concentrate and dig down on what is selling on your shop. I know it can be really, really discouraging when you're getting no sales in your shop, especially if you've been open for several months and you've not even seen a single sale. I 100% get that because I have been there. So I get that. Nobody talks about when you don't get sales. Nobody talks about when you're not getting the views and how hard it can be. We talked about the SEOs and the tags and everything. You guys know how important it is that all 13 tags are used, but your title on your Etsy is going to need to be what people are actually going to search for. So I could put phone charm in the title. I could put on here pink rose phone charm, but I mean, if I was looking for something that was for my phone, I probably would type in phone charm, phone beads, phone accessory, something like that. You need to really kind of think, what are they going to be looking for when they're looking for something like this? If this is what they're looking for, what are the keywords that I could put in my title and really utilize that title and your description of your Etsy shop? These phone charms right here, like I said, I love them. They're actually pretty popular. A lot of people really enjoy them. My mom, she makes them and she sells out of them all the time. They are one of the best sellers. So like I said, I will do a how-to on these and how I make them because a lot of people, it is hard because you don't want it to ever pop right there and come apart. I mean, it's going to sometimes. It is what it is. But I have found a way that this one right here, I have had for almost a year. And my other daughter who is 13, she's really rough on hers. Her phone will go to drop and she'll catch it by that. And she does it all the time. And her phone charm isn't breaking or anything. But then I've got another daughter who I just made one for the other day. She caught it on something. I don't know what she caught it on, but she caught it good because this part did not come apart. It literally popped this part of it, the actual string part. So find something that you love making. Really dig into it. But keep in mind, okay, when you are doing this, if you put something on, for me, I put on bookmarks, right, with all of my stationery, and they're not really selling. So I may actually take them off because I don't love making them. I don't mind making them, but I don't love making them. Stickers, I love. I love making stickers. Stationery, I love doing it because I get to hand draw it. I get to see it printed out and how cute it is. Not all of my stuff is handmade. I do use ChatGPT to help me with some of my things. I enjoy beading. It's my number one thing that I absolutely love making. I just started making some beadable pins that are turning out super freaking cute. I have to be careful. You have to be careful on Etsy because anything that is a licensed product, you can't sell it. So what do I mean by that? So I don't have one next to me. I have a Winnie the Pooh pin, beadable pin. I cannot sell that on my Etsy. That is a licensed product. And that is something that you can't do. Keep in mind too, one of the things that some people don't know is your fabrics. If it's got Disney on it or any kind of name brand, anything like that, you can't sell those on Etsy either. I know you're going to say, but Amber, all these other people are. They are, but keep in mind that if you are invested in just Etsy and you are not selling anywhere else, one, you can get sued and get in trouble, which is pretty bad. But two, Etsy can just shut your shop down completely. Shut it down, take it away. You'll never see your shop again. All your buyers they're gone. Okay. You do not own your buyers when it comes to Etsy. And that, we have talked about this, is one of the downfalls to Etsy, is because you don't have contact unless it's through Etsy themselves to talk to your customers. So one of the things that I'm going to encourage you guys to do is start building an email list. Once you start building an email list and you start getting those emails out to those customers, eventually I'm going to tell you guys to switch on over to Shopify so that you can kind of get yourself away from Etsy. We've talked about the bonus between having Etsy versus Shopify. And so if you've not watched that video, please do so that you can kind of understand a little bit more what I'm talking about. But the reason I'm going to have you switch over to Shopify at the end is, granted, you still can't be selling Disney things on your website, because if somebody comes across your website and they see that, they can still sue you for that. So you don't want to be doing that. But you're also not going to get your Shopify just 100% gone out the door and taken away from you overnight like that. And it can be as simple little things that can get your Etsy shop taken away from you. And that's what's terrifying and scary, and you don't want to do that. We've talked about how having the marketplace on there is amazing to have, but unless you are getting your SEOs out there and you are doing your part to really push that out there, you're really not going to see those views and those orders finally coming in. It takes time. Etsy likes you to be on there every day, at least posting one listing or updating a listing. So for me, I'll just deactivate one, hit copy, and then activate that one. So it's the same thing. I'm just reactivating it, or I'm changing up the title or the tags inside the listing, and it updates it and it shows Etsy I'm still here. So be checking your stats every day on Etsy. Be making sure that you're being mindful of who's coming in and leaving your shop. Get those discounts going on your shop. There's those ones that say come back. After somebody does actually shop, then they have this thank you thing. One of the things that I do with my shop is when somebody places an order, I have a thank you card that's on there that gives them a discount that they can then go use at my Etsy shop on their next order. And I tell them how they can find me on my other social medias. So when they order from me, when I send that order out, they are getting this thank you card that's got all the other social medias. And I need to add, which I didn't think about it, but I need to add my email sign up on there, because then they can sign up for any kind of updates or any free content material that I may have, and they'll be able to go ahead and do that and sign up. And then I have access to that buyer now, and I can talk with them and I can show them and say, hey, this is my new products coming out. And if for some reason my Etsy shop ever goes somewhere, I have that. So I really just wanted to jump on here today and kind of tell you guys, one of the best ways to make some money on Etsy is really finding a niche, something that you want to do, and then really diving more into that niche. So for me, it's stationery. My favorite number one selling is going to be these phone charms right here. So these right here are something that I absolutely love. They're beatable things, but they are for your phone. They're super pretty. I'll show you guys exactly how to make these if it is something that you want to put on your Etsy shop or on your Shopify or wherever. They're super simple and fun. I love them. I think you will too. If you guys haven't already done so, go ahead and give me a follow. I would really much appreciate it. You guys, I'm telling you, have been an amazing community, and just being that supportive community has been amazing. I appreciate every single one of you that comes through, and I promise you I'm going to get better at getting these videos out weekly. My life is kind of finally, I think, maybe going to slow down a little bit. So, okay guys, I'm out for tonight. You guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.